Pipeline is the next-generation platform for drug discovery, designed to help you plan, manage, and execute your drug discovery projects.
Pipeline's modular architecture is designed to support the drug discovery process from target identification through lead optimization.
The Literature Management module uses artificial intelligence to help scientists identify drug targets, indications, and ligands from literature. Users can define PubMed searches, select references to create a collection, use generative AI to create summaries of an individual paper and of the entire collection. The system automatically extracts targets, drugs indications, images, and references whenever an article is added to the collection.
The Target Management module helps you characterize drug targets using data from publicly available sources, including UniProt, mygene.info, Protein Databank, and Reactome. The Structural Biology tab displays the protein's domains and motifs. The Sequence panel shows an annotated sequence, and the Structure panel shows the PDB structures for the protein. Additional tabs display pathways, variants, and indications associated with the target. The Target Management module uses customizable target templates to ensure that data for targets is collected and visualized in a consistent manner. For example, the template for an oncology target might include data from the DepMap database. An immunology target might include data from the Immune Epitope database. The template also allows the user to define calculations associated with the target. For example, targets can be scored based on tractability or other factors. These scores can then be used to determine the priority associated with the target.
The Indication module helps you understand the role of your target with respect to an indication. In the example shown here, data mined from a number of literature collections has been used to construct a model of pancreatic cancer, the steps in its progression, its disease processes and comorbidities, the genetic syndromes that predispose patients to the disease, and treatment strategies. This allows scientists to formulate potential treatment strategies, either as part of a cocktail or a monotherapy. Selecting drugs in the treatment strategy causes the associated targets to be highlighted, letting users visualize the potential effects of a treatment in the context of the disease and its disease processes.
The Project Management module helps you visualize your project portfolio in the familiar form of a pipeline diagram. It supports multiple different pipelines for different modalities or different therapeutic areas, making it easier for your team to focus on areas of the pipeline that are most important to them. Each card in the view serves as a single, common point of entry to your project. The project is organized in a consistent fashion. No more hunting through individual project shared drives where information was organized by different project teams in different manners. Click on a project card, and all of the information you need to come up to speed on the project is in one place, with answers to common basic questions like, what target and indication are we working on? What are the ligase targets for this degrader project? What counterscreening targets are we going to use? Who's on the team and what are their roles? What's the current status of the project? Where's that project overview presentation that Lena did 3 months ago? The answers to these and hundreds of other questions are all in one place in Pipeline.
The Planning module helps team members plan and manage drug discovery programs. Scientists can create target product profiles that define the ideal medicine that the team is trying to create. The Target Candidate Profile, or TCP, lets you define the pharmacological characteristics of that ideal medicine. Scientists, project leads, and research project managers can create and track milestones, goals, risks, issues, decisions, actions, and lessons learned. Scientists can create assay plans that spell out which assays need to be run in order to meet the goals of the current milestone. The integration with the inventory system makes it easy to determine whether or not they have enough of a given compound or protein to run the assays in their assay plan. User-definable plan templates make it a snap to quickly create a project plan.
The Protein Production module lets users request, design, and manage the process of creating protein target forms for screening campaigns. The Target Form Builder allows scientists to design a protein, add mutations and sequence elements like tags, fusions, and linkers. Protein scientists can define expression system-dependent workflows. Request queues for third-party services like gene synthesis, cloning, expression, and purification can be integrated into your workflows to make it easy to exchange data with partners and track the progress of requests. Registration and inventory steps can be added to your workflow so that clones, biomass, and proteins can be registered and placed into inventory without leaving the context of your workflow. The steps in each workflow can be easily configured. Data fields can be defined, as well as security, notifications, and custom calculations. Notifications can be used to alert a requester, vendor, or colleague to a change in the status of the workflow. Each step in the workflow is color-coded to help you see the status at a glance. Calculations can be used to calculate properties like the molecular weight of a protein or its isoelectric point. The calculation engine supports over 20 different languages, including Python, JavaScript, Groovy, and R. Pipeline's workflow-oriented chemistry module makes it easy for chemists to create and track chemical library requests. Each step in the workflow is completely configurable, from the fields that appear on the page to the security and notifications associated with the workflow step.
Pharm Exchange is a revolutionary new service that makes it possible to seamlessly exchange protein, assay, and compound requests with CROs and service providers. As the status of your request changes, these updates appear as notifications in Pipeline. The built-in chat feature makes it possible to keep track of conversations without relying on email. If a colleague goes on vacation, a request can be reassigned, and the thread of the conversation is not lost. Data provided by your CRO is automatically parsed and loaded into Pipeline whenever requests are completed, thus seamlessly completing the cycle of your request and reducing your team's workload.
The registration and inventory modules make it possible to register proteins and compounds and place them into inventory. Registries can be defined with custom fields, custom numbering systems, security, notifications, and calculations. Both small molecule and biologics registries are supported. Registries can be linked together into a hierarchy. For example, you could link a clone registry to a biomass registry and a protein registry so that you can trace the purified protein back to the clone from which it was expressed. Similar to the registration module, inventories can be created and configured within the inventory module. Users can add custom fields and hierarchies. Inventory templates make it possible to easily duplicate container or hierarchy configurations.
The Assay Request Management module makes it easy for project scientists to launch multiple assay requests from the project's assay plan, or send a single assay request as needed. Each field in the assay request queue table can be configured. In addition, the system can automatically map fields in a data spreadsheet to fields in the database, ensuring data quality. This configuration information is used to parse, validate, and load the data into the system. Users can also configure plate layouts for plate-based assays. This information is automatically sent as part of a sample management request. Customized notifications can be created to ensure that the right team members are notified whenever an assay request is completed or changes status. Each assay can make use of role-based security to ensure that only people with the appropriate project role can request an assay. Assays can even be configured to require a supervisor's authorization before work on a request can begin.
To find out how Pipeline can help you manage your drug discovery operations more efficiently and keep your team on the same page, contact us.